Thank you very much for this. As you might have picked up from my bio, I'm a Bulls supporter, which means two things. Firstly, I don't perform well under pressure, and secondly, the second half of everything that I do is difficult to watch. So I would thank you for your attention in the second half. But I'd like to talk to you today about a discussion that we had in our office. We'll lead on to two of the use cases that we're starting to work towards. But IoT, as we've discovered from last night's plenary and this morning's discussion of all the technology that we have access to through the Esri platform. But ultimately, it's a very simple environment. And I was going to start off my slide with a joke about how we have a relationship or a link with Donald Trump, because essentially I think at the base of it, we all believed that IoT was going to be a fridge that would notify us when we ran out of milk while we were in the shops. Turns out from last night, that's a real thing. So we should have replaced Donald Trump with Aki, but alas, we learn on the go. The big thing for us is to understand the importance of IoT. We sit in plenary sessions that we had last night, and we get presentations on all these amazing things that IoT can do. And I like to frame it in a way where we can look at it in terms of a triangle or a pyramid. At the very top is the things that excite us. It's the presentation that we had last night about a fridge that will notify us about what stock we have in it, a recipe that gets delivered to us on our way home. But essentially, it's all built on a very simple platform. And that's the platform that I would like to talk to you today about. Is that IoT in its very basics was a network of linking physical objects. I'm going to use the word dumb objects, for lack of a better word, but it allows us to link a very simple thing that was never linkable into the internet or a network. This gives us the ability to either drive intelligence into it or pull intelligence out of it. So when you look at that, the first use case that I'd like to talk about is this is an IoT device. It's purely a 3D printed box, and inside it is a computer board. All that this computer board is designed to do is to report a position every 20 minutes. And that, for us who work in the GIS or in the spatial industry, is kind of, you want to say, old hat. But I can put this on anything. And that allows me to pull intelligence out of a very simple thing. So this box is designed to go on the ear tag of a cow. This allows us to work out where the cow is at its current time, where it's been, what it interacts with. Up on the slide, there's a network, a Sigfox network. So this works on a Sigfox network. It's the same as a LoRa network. It's a low frequency, low energy, but wide area network. It allows me to run this device for 6 months without touching it. It reports every 20 minutes. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter, whatever your point is. I can pass this around if anybody is interested, but the premise is that we work in an environment where we need to take simple things and pull intelligence out of them. And these simple things will only give us intelligence if we know what they're reacting with or interacting with, for lack of a better word. So I know that if I put that on a pallet and I'm shipping that pallet from Johannesburg to Cape Town, I can work out where that pallet is. I know that it's going through Colesberg, it's got another 6 hours to go towards Cape Town. That pallet then provides me with an information link that I can relate to a spatial environment. By doing that, I know that that truck's got 6 hours to go. I can turn around in 2 hours, load it up with something else. And now I've turned a simple wooden pallet into an intelligent device. And that's the power of IoT. It's the power of a device that is essentially, that's all that it is. Now, no matter what you want to put it on, you can make it intelligent. The second use case is a little bit more interesting. It takes something that everybody's got in their pocket on them right now and makes it a little bit more intelligent. So we all have a smartphone device in our pockets. And ultimately, it is a very intelligent thing. If you look back 10 years, we couldn't imagine having the power of that computing power in our pockets with an access to the internet to give us any bit of information that we could ever imagine. But now what we're doing is we're leveraging that simple device to give us a little bit of information, completely anonymously. We can work out human movement, but the power of it is what it reacts with. Who does it interact with? And that's where, as GIS professionals and spatial data analysts, is that we can talk at length about a chip that goes into our bodies that tells us that we're just about to have a heart attack. And that's incredible, but it's the top of the pyramid. It's 10 years away, it's $10,000. We're talking about something that's in your pocket, in front of you here, costs less than 1,000 rand, and allows you to link movement of people with an environment. And as a GIS professional, that's the power. Leveraging Survey 123, ArcMap, ArcPro, to be able to take a simple device, build intelligence from it, but it's about being able to access the data in the background and know what it reacts with. That's where we get the power from. Because just having a point in space means very little to us unless we know what it links to. Where was it at 10 o'clock in the morning? Where did it go on its way to work? That's the power. You can then start leveraging it. So these data points here, this is Sandton City, and that's giving us a heat map of, I think it's one of the hotels. Every single point that went into that hotel, where did it come from? Where did it spend its most time? So we now have this access to all this data, and we now need to make the decision. We need now to leverage our skills in terms of taking simple physical objects that have a link to a wide network and making it valuable to either yourselves or your customers. So thank you very much.